in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
One of those big-bodied wide receivers who can leave you in the dust if you guess wrong on a route. First team All-Pro last season, 129 catches, and when the Rams want to throw the football, they look for him first.
They'll run it. This is Blake Corum. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Los Angeles.
Puka Nakua, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, here's Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
But Jalen Waddle provides that flash of speed that Denver desired, and that's why they traded a first-round pick for him. Over 1,000 yards his first 3 years in the NFL. Hasn't hit it his last 2, but this change of scenery should benefit Jalen Waddle and the Broncos.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The Broncos at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Nix from the shotgun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line.
It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Harvey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They snap it to Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
18 on the play. 1st down, Rams.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Broncos 14, Rams 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down, Rams.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jalen Watson dropped him defensively. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Rams 37-yard
throwing Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Running left, Corum. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Blake Corum, 72 yards. And the Rams are able to move back in front. Honest Mevis for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Rams 20, Broncos 14.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Honest Mevis for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw is Nix. That's Franklin with his second catch on as many plays. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Harvey. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Nix. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Broncos 21. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 15. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Running free at the 45. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here comes the Rams punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. He's still on his feet.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Toss left side for Harvey.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw. Nix. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and
touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Los
Blake
Angeles.
Corum with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leader.
That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw, here's Nix.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Toss to Harvey, running right.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are able to cut into this this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
Blake Corum, 73 yards. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Corum. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This is caught, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
The score, Rams 47, Broncos 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Now it's Nix.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 40. In motion left is Wilson. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
On the give, it's Corum.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Broncos 28.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and forever.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. They're going. It's Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice throw outside the numbers to pick up the first down. It goes down the stat sheet as a short throw, but takes a lot of arm strength to throw it out wide on time. And he made it look easy.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And finally brought down at the 38. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Another Broncos first down.
Throwing Nix. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he fends him off. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile,